All right, so we are live. It is episode 175 of Time Out Tuesday. And, today I'm going to speak about something that was just kind of interestingly happened in a couple of different ways. And I always like when things come from a couple of different directions at the same time. It usually kind of triangulates and everything works out kind of nicely. And we sort of we learn from that sometimes. So when we were at our son's graduation this past weekend, it was a very short event. Due to COVID, they had to adapt all kinds of different things to make it a safe event for everybody and yet still be meaningful for the students that were graduating. And one of the speakers, and really each speaker spoke for about 2 minutes each, and it was a total of about 14 minutes for the whole graduation ceremony. But like many other things, if you listen carefully, you get something out of it. And one of the speakers, and I believe it was the head of the engineering school, started off by saying that he encourages everybody to seek a mentor as they move forward in life and to be a mentor, to give back to those that are coming after them. Seek a mentor, be a mentor. And I thought that was just such a great message. And it's a really good message for anybody, regardless of whether you're in martial arts. It really doesn't matter what you're in. In fact, really one of the very first mentors that I could think of, outside of my family growing up, was when I was first starting out in the software development field. A gentleman by the name of Dan was about 50 years older than me, and had started programming way back in the 60s on punch cards, and really came up in the whole birth of the computing industry, and took me under his wing and taught me about database development, how coding works, and in particular a lot about encryption and security. And that mentoring that he provided to me over the course of a few years springboarded me into my entire career in software development and technology, and subsequently into the financial industry, because I had such a great background from Dan in all of these different areas. These were things that I was not trained in a formal setting in school, but yet it really propelled me forward. And then subsequently, over the course of many years, I did the same to many people that were coming in below me. I tried to, get them under my wing, train them in both the management of technology and some of the software development concepts that we were doing. And I always thought that was important. I always felt like an obligation to give something back. And, over the course of the past few weeks, several parents that I've spoken to in passing have referred to me as a mentor to their children. And that is such an honor for a parent to say that to me, and I take that very seriously. And as soon as they identify me as a mentor to their child, it to me it's like a whole new obligation, because if this child is looking up to me and trying to follow in my footsteps, then I have to be so much more careful, and I have to really think carefully about how I guide them, and that's a pressure that I love. I love that kind of a pressure. I am proud to have people refer to me that way. I never seek that out. We don't do anything artificial. We don't have like some kind of fake mentoring program or anything where you sign up and pay $500 a month to have a mentor or anything like that. We don't do anything like that. Everything that has occurred, based on the conversations that I've had, with these parents over the last few weeks, has been organic and something I'm very proud of. And I hope that that one of the things that I can instill in these students is that they should now seek out somebody coming after them and mentor them as well. That traditionally is how martial arts were taught anyway, right? We trained somebody that we trusted, and then hope that they would train somebody that they trust to continue the line or the lineage. So I encourage everybody to seek a mentor and be a mentor. I think it's a really important thing that we can do for people following in our footsteps. And with that said, I'm going to sign off of Timeout Tuesday, head over to the school, start getting some classes ready for today. Everything seems to be going pretty swimmingly with our in-person classes being back to our mostly normal condition of having all of our classes in person. We continue to do our Zoom classes for those that need them, but I'm happy to say that with every passing week, we seem to be aiming more towards something normal. So with that said, peace to everybody, and I'll see you at the dojo.